Here's the thing about that. This was 2017. At the time, I was not known for being related to the Colonel. I was not famous on TikTok or Instagram, and I had maybe 300 followers here on YouTube. Prior to that audition, the only public thing about me being related to the Colonel that made it out there was a news interview I did with my local news station. And we did that interview because we saw the commercials and we were unhappy about our uncle's misportrayal to the public through those commercials. Some of them were funny, some of them were okay, a lot of them were distasteful and pretty embarrassing. And while I understand now, sitting here now today, with the connections I have, why the brand felt that they needed to resurrect Uncle Harley the way that they did, I do not and never will agree with how they went about it. And that's just my opinion. To the public, all these different actors and stuff, it seems great, it seems funny, harmless fun. But to the family, it's embarrassing. And I'm about to give that example of why it's embarrassing. It would be one thing if everybody knew the Colonel was dead and that this is just actors that are trying to revive his image so the brand could be more relevant again. But when I went to America's Got Talent in 2017, I was there along with a lot of other people. Most of them were youngsters, people my age at the time and younger. And Johnny Miller, the brand ambassador for Kentucky Fried Chicken, or he used to be, I'm not sure if he still is. I've been told by events that the Kentucky Fried Chicken Corporation sent them letters saying that he no longer represents them. But according to his Facebook, he still represents them. So I don't know, and I still disapprove of it. But he found my news article on YouTube. Again, 300 followers at the time. And he did leave a comment saying he wanted to peck my grandfather and I's brain for the information we had about Colonel Sanders. And he saw that I put on my YouTube channel that I'm going to America's Got Talent. He happened to live in Orlando at the time and he wanted to meet me. And I told him no, but he still came anyways, dressed as the Colonel. Now, nobody knew I was related to the Colonel. I didn't put any notifications out that I am when I went to America's Got Talent, not even on the audition papers. I had a t-shirt that had the tie printed on it, but that was it. And Johnny Miller shows up dressed as our uncle, and the people that approached him were young teenagers. And their influence were these commercials that they saw. So to the young generation, they're not entirely sure whether Colonel Sanders was a real person, if he's still alive, or what. Because those commercials made them ask the guy, "Are you really Colonel Sanders?" And he would turn and say, "Yes, I am the real Colonel Harlan Sanders," in front of my grandfather and I. And we're just standing there in disgust and shock. That's why it's embarrassing and disrespectful. These commercials that they put out, while I understand why they're doing it, I'll never agree with it, and it helps fuel these impersonators. Now, when it could get them into trouble and they're asked if they're Colonel Sanders, they say no, they're an impersonator. But if they get away with saying that they are him, they will.